who are to get the game underway. It's weather befitting of this May occasion. And Willie Young, in charge of his first cup final, prepares to get the game underway.
Yeah, and I think we predicted correctly in the line-up and the graphics, because Butland looks to be out there to pick up Neil McCann with Perini in behind him.
So the 113th Scottish Cup final is underway, and Paul Ritchie, one of the survivors of the team on the wrong end of that 5-1 scoreline. And there's Gary Naismith, player who really has established himself well in the Hearts team this season, looking for and finding Stefan Adam. Steve Fulton. And he's made a distinctive break, and it's a penalty. Would you believe it? 30 seconds gone. Fulton's weaving run brought the challenge, which Willie Young thought was an offence, and he's pointed to the penalty spot. And what a dramatic start here.
Well, that was a very brave decision by Willie Young to give a penalty as quickly, but looking at the replay, I think there was justification for it. But it was a very dubious one, right on the line there. But Willie was close to it. He gave the decision. And a blow for Rangers at the beginning, but what a boost for Hearts.
And what an opportunity for Hearts to make a great start to this cup final. The ball is being spotted up by Colin Cameron. And now, more than ever, Rangers will be relying on the experience of Andy Gorham, who's never been beaten in his previous Scottish Cup appearances. But he's been beaten for the first goal of the game, and it's Cameron who's given Hearts a real edge with a penalty in the second minute.
Yeah, a wonderful finish from Colin Cameron. A difficult situation. He's not properly warmed up for the game. He's hardly the kick at the ball, in fact, and there he has the ultimate responsibility, and he took this penalty kick absolutely brilliantly. All credit to him. Andy Gorham went the wrong way. Had he put it to Andy's right, I'm sure Andy Gorham would have got a hand to it. But that was a superb finish by Colin Cameron. And a wonderful start for Hearts, but now Rangers have it all to do.
A start that they can only have dreamed of. The Hearts bench celebrating. And Jim Jeffries actually played for Hearts in a cup final against Rangers when they conceded a goal after just 41 seconds. Derek Johnston, one of 2 goals he scored that day in a 3-1 defeat for Jeffries' side. But this time, it's Jeffries' team that have had the perfect start. Cameron, who kept his cool. What a nightmare for Rangers.
Yeah, there are a few stunned faces, I think, in the Rangers' defence. All we've got to say, Rob, is I think had the offence been anywhere on the pitch, it would have been a free kick. But the question was it inside or outside the penalty box?
Stensels. Challenged by Flogel. This is Amoruso. Looking for Jury. Laudrup has managed to keep it in. Now he's taking on McPherson. One or two feisty challenges flying in, but it's Salvatore who's emerged with it for Hearts. Fulton, whose weaving run forced the committed challenge that led to the penalty. Steve Fulton. Now Adam really bearing down on Perini.
Yeah, Willie Young in good position again there to give that free kick. Right up with play for the penalty kick decision, and also on that occasion.
It is a more comfortable decision for the Glasgow official, Willie Young. But his first cup final, Hugh Dallas, the World Cup referee, was in charge of the previous 2. And a tough decision for him to make in the first 30 seconds of the game. But he didn't shirk from his responsibilities, pointed straight to the spot. And Rangers chasing the game here with Gattuso!
Yeah, good play from Gattuso, an energetic run forward, a good strike there, but a little too far out to trouble Jules Rousset.
Well, wherever Rousset has been over the last few years, he's been haunted by the memory of that error, dropping Laudrup's tame cross that led to the goal in the Scottish Cup final a couple of years ago. But Hearts have had the perfect start here at Celtic Park. Three times previously this season, Rangers have beaten them in league matches. The other one was drawn. Naismith, Ritchie, before David Weir. Here's McPherson, the former Rangers player, 2 spells there and 2 spells with Hearts. Rousset's kick, a little risky. The foot of Fulton high there on Ian Ferguson. From Stensels has reached Jury, blocked by Naismith. Jury blocked again. Here's McCann.
Yeah, good defending there by Paul Ritchie against Gordon Jury. Gordon turned onto his left leg, and the left foot of Naismith, I beg your pardon, of Ritchie blocked a dangerous shot from Gordon Jury.
Salvatore. This is Ferguson, this is Bjorklund. And now Jury. Cleared by Ritchie. In goes Rino Gattuso. That was a high challenge on Naismith.
Yeah, high challenge, but no malice at all. I think just enthusiasm, as we expect all the time from Gattuso. He's in there very enthusiastically, and Gary Naismith got a sore mark on the instep, I think, and trying to clear it.
Gattuso was sent off against Hearts in the 5-2 victory at Tynecastle earlier in the season. In fact, Rangers have had players sent off in their last 3 meetings with today's opponents. And they always tend to be very competitive clashes. Stakes already raised in this game by Hearts' early breakthrough. Laudrup. Here's Stensels. Gordon Jury up ahead.
Yeah, a wee bit disappointing for Rangers there. When Stensels had the ball in the wide left, the only player in the box was Jury, and there were 3 Hearts defenders around him. So Rangers will need to get men more quickly forward from midfield when they go into forward areas, because it would have been hopeless for Stensels to deliver in there.
Well, the Rangers fans for whom this has been a difficult season are desperately trying to rally their team here as the free kick from Stensels is cleared. Laudrup. Rousset there perhaps showing the full extent of the rehabilitation.
Absolutely, great save, because that was a quick snapshot from Brian Laudrup, and had Rousset not been fully alert, it could have been an equaliser.
Laudrup was man of the match, scored 2, set up Gordon Jury's hat-trick in that match 2 years ago. But really, Rousset has had his problems against Rangers this season. Gave away a penalty, which Jury scored in the 5-2 victory at Tynecastle. But the penalty that's been given away here in this game today has been given away by Rangers and scored by Colin Cameron in just the 2nd minute. Looking for Jury here. And cleared by McCann.
Yeah, I think the only consolation for Rangers is that the goal was scored very early. It gives them time to recover Had that been scored late in the game, it would have been much more of a problem. But still a difficult uphill battle in the first half for Rangers because of a wonderful start from Hearts.
Gattuso. Salvatore trying to help him back. And pressure from Gattuso is punished. Marino Gattuso scored a couple of goals in the last victory against Hearts last month. Good challenge by McCall.
Yeah, great challenge with Stuart McCall. That's Stuart at his best, getting in the tackles in midfield. The anchor man there in front of the back three.
In he goes again, McCall. Goff letting it run out, but McCall, another of those players, Craig, that you've left out of the Scotland squad this week, and I'm sure it's always the way that you've been asked to talk more about the ones you've left out than the ones you've picked.
Well, I must admit, with great reluctance, I left Stuart out. I just felt that we would go for younger legs there, and we have players like Lambert and Billy McKinlay in the same position as Stuart, but I've got a great admiration for him.
Perhaps we'll come to the other controversial exclusion later.
Well, that's a surprise. It's taken me so long to mention it, Rob.
Well, plenty happening on the field at the moment, with Hearts having established that lead, and it was Fulton's efforts that helped them to do so. Now McCann, who was man of the match in the Coca-Cola Cup final meeting here. Felt he should have had a free kick.
Yeah, that's an unusual one, that, but I think the referee got it right. I don't think there was an offence.
There's Perini. Jury. McCall. Flying challenge from Cameron is punished.
Yeah, I was complaining a minute or two ago about Rangers not getting players into the box, but there was a magnificent run down the inside right channel made by Stuart McCall just a minute or two ago, and it resulted in his layoff being blocked and a free kick here for Rangers. And it's a dangerous position because Amoruso has a thunderous shot, and even from an estimate, must be about 35 yards out, Rob.
Yes, we saw in the semi-final here just how thunderous a shot Amoruso has, and he's trying to put it to good use there, but certainly not as damaging to Hearts as it almost was to Celtic.
No, that was unusually rash there. It was more a rugby goal attempt than a football one on that occasion.
Well, this is Celtic Park's first Scottish Cup final since 1993, when Rangers beat Aberdeen here. Since then, the final moved back to Hampden for 3 years. Last year was staged at Ibrox when Kilmarnock won it. But at this early stage of the game, Rangers appear to be heading for their second successive disappointment on this ground in a week. The League Championship trophy having come here a week ago, but Laudrup looking to change it all in the cup. Stensors came in! A good snapshot from him. But in the meantime, Hearts' captain has a problem. Fulton's down injured.
Yeah, good play by Rangers, and an excellent shot by Stensors with his right foot, which is his less favoured one, and he hit it brilliantly. And we see Stensors supporting the front very well and just shooting over the top. And there we have Jim Jeffries and Billy Brown, enthusiastic management team.
Their side playing their 43rd game of this season. The anxiety over Fulton has cleared quickly. Seems he took a blow to the face. I'm sure the players will be grateful for 1 or 2 breaks so they can take on water. His strength sapping conditions, a sultry atmosphere. And Laudrup called away by McPherson. No, it's been given the other way. Laudrup backing into the defender.
Well, technically right, Willie Young, but there was an advantage to Hearts there, but Willie was exerting his authority in his first Scottish Cup final.
Here goes Naismith, looking for Adam. And he set it up here for Cameron. It's a good break from him. Can't provide with a cross though.
Yeah, really, the first time Colin Cameron's got away from Stuart McCall so far, but it was a dangerous position, but a poor final ball.
Well, Colin Cameron's only previous goal before today in the Cup was a penalty in the 4th round against Albion Rovers. And he really had to keep his nerve from the spot in the 2nd minute of this game. McCall. Perini. Short for Bjorklund. McCann's pressure, forcing Bjorklund to concede the throw. Well, it's the first time in 6 years that the English and Scottish Cup finals have been taking place on the same day. The last time that happened, Rangers won, while their former manager, Graham Souness, was leading Liverpool to victory at Wembley. But here, the early giveaway of a penalty has put Rangers under real pressure.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, Rob, they've settled well since that, and they have had the better of the play since the penalty decision, without causing a great deal of threat to Rusey in the Hearts goal. 1 or 2 long-range attempts, but nothing of real consequence.
Here's Goff. Getting it back from Perini. Ferguson. And they really are harrying well, Hearts. Fulton, though, just unable to dispossess Perini, who's looking here for Jury. Gattuso's made a run into the box. Stensors is there as well. McPherson came across. Cleared only as far as McCall. And here's Laudrup. Can he pull it back? Cleared by Weir. Laudrup again. Gattuso, cleared by McPherson. Here's Adam. Rangers really have started to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, Walter's already looking at his watch, but he can't be too displeased with the play, apart from, obviously, the penalty kick.
Jury, here's Laudrup. Ferguson had made a very useful run into the box there, and it was vital that Weir got in the way. An illegal challenge by Gattuso. Salvatore is the player who's gone down.
Yeah, that interests me, because that looked like the tackle from behind that everyone's talking about just now, and if it endangers a player in the World Cup, in the referee's opinion, an ordering off is called for, but that's a big question mark. Did that endanger the opposing player? So I think Gattuso's unwise disputing that one.
It's the 29th meeting of the sides in the Scottish Cup, and Rangers have a clear advantage in the previous ones. And that was a challenge that's left Goff grounded. Adam protesting his innocence. But the referee is officiating as pragmatically as possible. He hasn't pulled out a card there, but Goff badly winded by it.
Yeah, I think Adam's lucky there, because it was a very rash one. But Goff's a tough guy, he'll be up and back into action, but certainly initially I didn't think that Adam saw Goff there, but on the replay, quite clearly I think he went in with little chance of getting the ball.
Stefan Adam celebrated his 29th birthday yesterday. The Frenchman who came from Metz. Scored in the semi-final, got 2 goals in that match against Falkirk. That dramatic late turnaround that ensured their presence here. McCall. Here's Gattuso. Laudrup, nothing to his right. Björklund has come up now and makes the move for him. Cleared though by Ritchie. It's a tame cross. Neil McCann, a player of great promise, another one who perhaps would have been an outside shout for the World Cup squad.
Yeah, Neil McCann's done very well this season. He does his best work, of course, in the forward area, and he's been forced back at the moment well into his own half. And all the skill in the world there won't have the same reward as in the front third of the pitch. So I think Hearts would want to get a lot further forward.
In all, 3 players on the field today in Craig Brown's preparatory party to face the US and Colombia, with Andy Gorham and Gordon Durie of Rangers and David Weir of Hearts. And this is a good burst from Amoruso. Durie. It's fallen to Ferguson. And pushed on too far for Gattuso.
Yeah, great play by Amoruso, breaking from the back, because I'm looking at the Rangers' defensive structure and they have 3 against 1 through the middle, and I was about to say that at least one of them should be breaking all the time and causing problems there, and Amoruso did exactly as I would have expected him to do. Break from the back safely and create a good opening for Rangers.
Seeking their 6th Scottish Cup win, and Jim Jeffries would go down in the folklore of the club if he was to lead them to such a success, because they've waited a long time for silverware. Very expressive manager Jeffries, making his points forcibly from the touchline as ever. It's almost 36 years since their last silverware, the League Cup. And so for generations of Hearts fans, there's been a lot of support with little reward.
Yeah, and David Weir, they're doing very well in this first spell, first 20-odd minutes of the game.
Gorham there was under real pressure from the Dam and somehow managed to release it, but he's very unhappy with Amoruso. Break on here for Laudrup. Crosses deep, Durie will have to try and rescue it. Here's Stensels.
Yeah, good play by Rangers. Great cross from Laudrup, perhaps just a little too deep, as you said, but Durie did well, and Rangers have a corner kick. And they've got great aerial power when up comes Amoruso and Gough.
Gough has gone forward for it, so too had Perini, but it's beyond them both. And it's McCall who's got it back in there. No problems though for Russo. Commanding goalkeeper at 6'5". Started all 4 of the previous games against Rangers this season. Ferguson. That's the halfway point in the first half, and Hearts protecting the lead they've earned through that Colin Cameron penalty. Rangers, though, have stepped up the pressure. Here's Gattuso. Stensels. Dam looking to take it away from Amoruso. Ferguson. There's Björklund. And the canners across there. This is Naismith. David Weir. Musso. Well, proof of just how much Rangers have gone for it since conceding the goal. Jury!
Yeah, this is a rash challenge here, trying to get in front Paul Ritchie, but Gordon Jury slipped him, made space for himself and hit a vicious shot, but it was rising all the way, and unfortunately for Gordon, it was into the new structure behind Bush's goal there. Gordon Jury is looking lively just now, Rob.
He has a good goal-scoring record against Hearts, not only the hat-trick in the Cup final a couple of years ago, but one against them this season as well in the 5-2 victory. Hampden Park 2 years ago was a day when it all clicked into place for Jury and for Laudrup and for Rangers in general. But so far they're having to try and use all their craft to get back into this game. And Hearts managing to snuff them out. Here's Goff. Ferguson. Björklund. Jury beaten to it by Ritchie. And Jury thought he'd shown great battling qualities there to win it back, but he's been penalised for the foul.
Yes, he had. I thought he reacted well to the poor pass he received, but the referee thought otherwise. It looked to me to be quite a clean tackle.
This is Weir. Out by Björklund.
Yeah, experienced play by Björklund, experienced international player there. Wasn't in any doubt about what he was going to do. Let it run past for a goal kick.
There has been a feeling that as the league programme drew to a close and Hearts' own Premier Division ambitions were receding, they were holding something back for the final. Their last day win against Dunfermline was their only victory in their last 6 matches. They couldn't have asked for a better start to this game, but holding on to what they have against a Rangers side determined to give Walter Smith a suitable farewell is not going to be easy. And it's not just a farewell for Smith, of course. Many in the playing ranks, also possibly swan songs for them.
Yeah, and holding on is the wrong philosophy. It's a mistake to try to hold on to a lead. Certainly to hold on for 88 minutes is going to be very, very difficult against the power that Rangers have in the side.
Here's Ferguson. This is Perini. Fulton. McCall. McCall might be one of those within the ranks making his last bow. This man definitely is. Goff. Looking for Jury or McCall just behind him. McPherson in the way. Here's Flogel.
Ian Ferguson a bit unlucky there, but I think undoubtedly a free kick, but he was unfortunate. And Ferguson, I remember, has won the Scottish Cup with St Mirren many years ago when he scored in the final. In fact, he scored in the quarter-final, the semi-final and the final, all with his left foot, which is quite a record.
The winner scored in extra time.
Yep.
And we will have a winner, remember, here today, even if it goes all the way to penalties. But 1-0 has been enough of an advantage to win the Scottish Cup in 3 of the last 4 finals. Dundee United beat Rangers in '94 with a single goal. Celtic won it in '95 and Kilmarnock in '97. So although their philosophy won't be just to hold on to what they have, you wonder if that early penalty might be enough for Hearts. Fulton hurried off off the ball. Gattuso still lying on the ground for Rangers, but Weir has cut out that ball from Ferguson. Here's Naismith, looking very purposeful. Trying to take it around Perini. It's a real sprint to get there. Adam and Flogel casually making their way into the box.
Yeah, very good play by young Gary Naismith, but unfortunately his final ball was poor, but magnificent run from the back, and I'm sure Jim Jeffries will be happy with the aggression shown, the positive response shown there by Gary Naismith.
PFA Young Player of the Year, Naismith, and one of the 6 players in the Hearts lineup to have started every game in the Cup run. Although for one of those, Jim Hamilton, he's having to wait for his chance on the bench for the big one, the final.
Yeah, you can see there in the picture, or just you could a minute, the Rangers back 3 against 1 striker, and I'm sure Walter will be hoping for at least one of them to be breaking quite regularly.
Ferguson. Here's Laudrup. Jury waiting in the box as McPherson blocks the cross. Here's Stensos. And Jury was in there, so too was McCall, but it's cleared to Stefan Adam. Pressure from Ferguson. This is Ritchie.
Yeah, a great deal of composure there at the back, shown by the Hearts players. Nice balance about their team. Fulton here left-footed, Ritchie left-footed, Naismith left-footed, and McCann. So they've got good balance down that left side. When many clubs find it hard to find one left-footed player naturally comfortable on that side. So Hearts have got good balance about their side.
Paul seems to be urging Björklund to get further forward on the right-hand side, and it's an area where they've been apparently reluctant, but Laudrup this time has got away and has won the corner, although Ritchie's unhappy about the award.
Yeah, he's unhappy about it, but he won't change it.
Stensos provide from the corner kick here for Rangers. Goff and Perini are both in the box, but it's an easy, unchallenged header clear from Ritchie, which has set Cameron away. He and McCann having to take on Rangers on their own. And Amoruso here picks out McCall. Ferguson. And yet again, nothing to the right for Rangers. The point that McCall was making about the lack of balance with no one available on the right may have been a valid one.
It's a valid one, yes indeed, but Neil McCann is backtracking very well. In fact, maybe probably too well, because he's gone back into the left-back position very often. And I think if he were to stay further forward, he may certainly be much more of a threat. But there's...
The majority of the possession may have been Rangers, but still they can't make anything of it.
Yeah, that's reflected, I think, in the fact that Andy Gorham has had absolutely nothing to do in this first half. Apart from the penalty, he hasn't had a save to make, and Jules Rusey has 1 or 2 threats round his goal, a couple of corner kicks, 1 or 2 long-range efforts. So Rangers are clawing their way back into the cup final.
So here's McCall.
But still too many men in that central area at the back, I think.
Rini. McCall. Now Laudrup. Hit by Salvatore against Laudrup. This is McPherson. Cut up well by Brian Laudrup. Stensos. Laudrup away from Cameron. Good advantage played by the referee. Gattuso finding Jury, looking for the support of Ferguson.
Yeah, good strike by Ian Ferguson, but the ball came to him rather quickly. The layoff was quite firm and running away from him, so Ian Ferguson had a difficult job to get that back onto target.
In the build-up to that incident, Cameron was just caught as he made the challenge on Laudrup. And the goal scorer at the moment getting treatment.
Yeah, Alan Ray's done a good job on him, obviously, and Colin Cameron's back in action. A very influential player for Hearts.
Rangers really have still been the most influential side in an attacking sense, and yet still they've been unable to cancel out that Hearts effort. The only one on target, the penalty from Cameron. Colin Cameron was part of the Wraith side that won the Coca-Cola Cup against Celtic on penalties. Will his penalty be enough to settle this? Rangers hope not, as this one's for Amoruso. Another good strike from him! That was a brilliant effort, tipped away by Rousset. Magnificent stop.
This is what we're just saying. What a brilliant strike from him. Tremendous distance there. And Gilles Rousset had to be really on his toes on that occasion. So a brilliant shot and a wonderful save. So
he was obviously lulling them into a false sense of security with his previous effort. That was a splendid shot. And here's Amoruso again. Ferguson! That one's deflected and Rousset can't stop it from going behind for the corner.
yeah, Walter's down from the stand now, so clearly he's seen something. And he's down having a chat with Archie.
Stencils with the corner, Perini went for it. What a save this was.
This is a terrific shot from Amoruso. Unbelievable from that distance. I'm quite convinced that that been taken from 5 or 6 yards further forward, it would have been in the back of the net before Gilles Rousset had time to move. But I think the distance gave Rousset a chance, and he made an outstanding save.
Some definite swerve on that ball, but Rousset kept his concentration and kept Hearts in the game. Cameron. Away from McCall. Here's Stefan Adam. Salvatore. Fulton. Naismith calling for it. Björklund going across to watch him. Good run this from Naismith. And McCann slipped through. Now, was he tripped by Goff? The referee says no. He tells him to get up. They were looking for another penalty then.
No penalty, in my opinion. Absolutely no chance there. Neil McCann genuinely slipped, and he was quick to get up and acknowledge that there was no infringement. So great credit to McCann. Very sporting gesture.
Well, the Hearts fans appealed as one, hoping that they were going to get a second break. Fulton, on whom the offence was committed that led to the first penalty. Here's Gattuso. McCall. Running into trouble with Flogel. Here's Adam. Number 10, Colin Cameron. Amoruso is strong. Cameron giving away the free kick.
This is a nice ball tucked in there from Naismith, but it was a dive, quite clearly a dive or a slip from Neil McCann. Absolutely no question of a penalty kick. Fulton.
Here's Naismith, whose purposeful run started that incident when Hearts fans were making that penalty claim. In front of his own supporters here, Fulton will take the throw for Hearts.
Yeah, Stephen Fulton's taken many a throw here in his days gone by when he played for Celtic, but great response there from the Hearts fans to their captain for the day.
Durie to Stensels. Gordon Durie again. Gattuso making a burst to his right. Laudrup has gone to his left, cut out by McPherson. It's Durie again though here. Gattuso having to do a retrieval job, which he does well. McCall. Blocked by Ritchie. McCann checked by Björklund. But McCann is actually himself going to be booked for what the referee judges there to be the second exaggeration of an incident. Clearly felt McCann had dived once more. That Rangers had had a few sendings off against Hearts this season, and quite a few of them were for challenges on Neil McCann. But this time it's McCann who's shown the yellow card.
Yeah, well, Rusey is the last goalkeeper in the country that you throw these high balls into, and unfortunately for Rangers, it was an easy save on that occasion.
Adam here looking for McCann in the box. It's headed away though by Goff. Gattuso, Stensels, Weir, Cameron. Challenged by Amoruso. This is Gattuso. And Gattuso very unhappy with Thomas Flugel's last challenge. The two of them engaged in dialogue. Ferguson. This is Stensels. Laudrup, who brought Weir out with him. They're looking for Durie, but it's too high for him. Confirmation of that yellow card for Neil McCann.
Yeah, uncommon to have Neil McCann booked, but certainly Willie Young was in no doubt there.
Incidentally, there have only ever been 3 sendings off in Scottish Cup finals, and the last of them was a Hearts player 12 years ago, Walter Kidd, against Aberdeen. Foul by Ritchie on Durie. Another Rangers free kick. Is this one too far for Amoruso to have a go?
Well, Rob, I don't think any distance is too far from Amoruso the way he's striking the ball, but he's gone wisely. He's gone into the box to support Richard Goff for the delivery, and Ian Ferguson will throw it in.
And Ferguson does that, looking for Goff.
Yeah, Richard Goff just a little too early in his jump, and David Weir stood his ground. Good decision by Willie Young.
The 2 number 4s involved in that climbing act.
Absolutely, David Weir, as I said, standing his ground, looking a more and more composed central defender as each week of the season goes past.
And Adam could be away here, but no, he's been pulled back for the challenge on Amoruso.
And Jim Jeffrey's not too happy about it, but I think perhaps Adam could have got through there without touching Amoruso, and it would have been a very dangerous situation for Rangers.
Naismith. Salvatore. This is Flogel. Adam. Amoruso. Laudrup is onside, and Richie having to be careful there. In fact, he's straight offside.
Yeah, linesman had the flag up for an offside decision. No objection from Brian Laudrup. And looking at that, it's very, very tight, because now with you in line with the defender, you are onside. But the linesman in the best position of all decided that Brian Laudrup had gone ahead, and they gave offside.
Ferguson.
I think, Rob, at half-time, I'm sure that Walter Smith will be wanting his midfield players to support the front far more quickly than they're doing. We get the occasional run from Gattuso, from Ian Ferguson and Stuart McCall, but by and large they seem to be sitting in front of the back three there. Walter will be urging them forward to support Jury and Laudrup. And I'm sure that Jim Jeffries will be saying to his guys that you're not going to sit back on this lead. I'm sure Hearts will come out in a much more positive mood.
Gattuso. Jury was coming back from an offside position, so it's left to Perini here to hurl it in, which he has done. Cleared only to Laudrup, and again! Oh, it's off the post! And the follow-up from Rino Gattuso was caught behind for the corner.
What a chance for Brian Laudrup there, and if you were to ask any player on the Rangers team to finish, I'm sure it would be Laudrup in this situation. Desperately unlucky, but good defending by Hearts. Corner kick. That was a chance, unquestionably.
Stensels with the corner. Björklund blocked right on the edge of the box there by McCann. And a dangerous free kick here. And Amoruso is going to say that this one is his.
Yeah, this will test the Hearts' defensive wall. They'll have to be brave, they'll have to stand up to it. Anyone who flinches here could cost his side the equaliser.
Well, Hearts took the lead so early in the game. They've done well to hold on to it for this long. Can Rangers strike back at what would be an excellent time psychologically to do so? Stensels is there, but Amoruso is surely the favourite, and it is him!
Yeah, good chance, but he's screwed the ball past the post. The wall stood firm, and a well-drilled wall. And I'm not going to say throughout the first half, Hearts have defended the corner kicks exceptionally well. Their organisation against the number of corners, I think 7 or 8 that Rangers have had, has been first class.
Well, they've been relieved to see that one go wide, and will surely feel now that they're to get to half-time with this lead. And they have done. The first half is up, and Colin Cameron's penalty separates the two sides. It was a penalty awarded in the first 30 seconds of the match, and it was a brilliant run from Steve Fulton, with Ferguson tussling back away at him, Perini challenging too. It was right on the edge of the box, but Cameron kept his cool, delivered from the spot, and it's 1-0 at half-time to Rangers, to Hearts, despite Rangers' attempts to recover, with Laudrup hitting the post and Amoruso producing a splendid save from Rousset.